I became queen on a morning when no birds sang. The sky was gray as if the land knew that a new page had been opened, a page without freedom. 17 years old, while young girls dream of their first love, I stood silently under the dome of the temple, listening to the Lord swear their allegiance. The crown is not heavy with gold, but heavy with the eyes of millions of people. I do not cry, because a queen's tears are not allowed to fall in public. The royal palace has 342 rooms, but every night I am alone. The walls are decorated with paintings of victories, but inside there is a loneliness that has never been named. I gradually learned to live with silence, as if it were the most faithful attendant.
There are mornings when I look at myself in the mirror and ask, who are you if you take off your crown? Where has the girl who loved hydrangeas, played the guitar by the window, and wrote awkward poems gone?
I once loved a man who was not a prince. We met in the garden when the cherry blossoms were falling, and parted in a council of state. Love for the queen is a crime not recorded in the law, but it is punished by history. War came, and when blood flowed at the borders, my heart broke in a place no one knew. We learn not to respond. We learn to listen to lies and still smile. We learn to use our eyes to say what our lips cannot. To be a queen is first and foremost to be a mirror, to look at others, never to reflect ourselves.
In the secret drawer under my pillow, I keep dozens of unsent letters. To my mother, to my ex, to my 16-year-old self. Words that are not allowed to be spoken, but must be written down. Otherwise, I will forget that I was ever human.
Years passed, hair gradually turned gray. People still bowed their heads, rituals were still complete, but inside me, a long winter had begun. No snow, only silence and an invisible fatigue. I once ordered the execution of an innocent man because of my political beliefs. I once signed a decree that caused hundreds of people to lose their land. I once abandoned a child to beg just because my car had to pass by. History will call it a political act, but I know it is a sin, and every night I still hear the call in my dreams. If one day I could live like a normal person, I would go to the market, learn to weave scarves, call people by their names and not their titles. I would sit in the crowd and listen to their gossip. Just one day. But it will never come. When I am gone, do not build a monument. Plant a tree where everyone can sit and rest in its shade. Do not carve my name in stone. Carve my lesson in the hearts of men. The greatest power is not to rule, but to understand and to be understood.